Well, thank you, my friends, for joining us on another episode of Extreme Health Radio. Super excited you are here. I've got a great episode for you today. We're going to be talking about getting the healing process started with Dr. John Bergman. This was a webinar that we did with Dr. Bergman a little while back, and I wanted to share the recording with you guys because we shared a lot of really cool information, and he answered a bunch of questions, and it was cool to hang out and to have Kate on, and it was just a cool, fun time. And I thought, you know what? We should share this episode with all of our Extreme Health Radio listeners. So this was a webinar that we did with Dr. B right after we did the 21-day challenge leading into the Extreme Health Academy launch. So this is really fun, really cool sort of podcast, sort of webinar that we did with Dr. Bergman. So I hope you guys enjoy it. We got a lot of stuff going on. A few recent changes to the show, to the format of the show. A lot of stuff has been happening, and if you guys want to join the show, you could do that now. Now we're broadcasting live on video. We've moved into the 21st century, and it's a lot of fun. So this is something I've been wanting to do for a while, and it's really cool too to get your questions as well on the air. So if you want to do that and join the show, our show is broadcasting live on the Extreme Health Radio YouTube channel and the Extreme Health Academy Facebook page. So if you go to either of those two places, you can find our show at 9 a.m. Pacific time and 10:45 a.m. Pacific time too. But just be aware that we might be making some changes soon to doing more live shows, because I have a lot of fun with it, and you guys ask some really cool questions, and it's fun to interact with you guys and to be in the chat room and to listen or to hear what you guys, or I should say read what you guys are asking. You guys bring up some really cool stuff. So we're kicking around the idea. We're going to sort of restructure things once again and maybe do more live shows. I don't know, depending on what you guys want. So I have a lot of fun. Man, it's crazy. This is going to be episode 577, and we're just getting started. I feel like we're barely scratching the surface, and I have so many more people I want to talk to. The list just grows every single day because I'm always listening to podcasts. I'm always listening to radio shows and writing guests down and reaching out to people. And man, I just feel like we're barely scratching the surface. There's so many more subject matters we can peruse and learn more about, so that we can take a couple key ideas and help improve our health. So if you guys want to grab the show notes for today's show, you can do that at extremehealthradio.com/576. And I do want to let you know that this show is brought to you by the Extreme Health Academy. So the Extreme Health Academy, I'm telling you guys, it is the premier place for you to take your health to the next level. I mean, this is such a fun place where we are releasing courses every single month. And this course that we're going to be talking about in this particular webinar is the getting the healing process started. So if you guys are like, man, just don't know where to start with your health, you don't know, where to focus, man, we talk about this course itself that we launched with is 29 videos long. It's 2 hours, almost 3 hours long. And we talk about how the body actually works. We talk about the nervous system, the structure and the function of the nervous system, the autonomic nervous system, the respiratory system, the liver and the digestive system, and the reproductive system. We go into the 5 keys that you need for health. We go through the importance of movement, of diet and nutrition, and healthy fats and antioxidants and vitamin D, and what is the optimum diet, as well as microflora. And we get into, how to optimize your sleep and the importance of prayer and meditation. And all of this goes into getting the healing process started in your life. So this course is available immediately upon joining. So if you guys want to join the Extreme Health Academy, I would highly encourage you guys to do so, but only for those that are serious. If you're not serious about your health, if you're just kind of quasi-interested, this is not the place for you. This academy is only for people that are interested in, like us, living for an extremely long amount of time with all of your cognitive capabilities and all of your wits about you, a strong, flexible, healthy, supple body. And if you're currently dealing with any kind of health condition, this is the place for you. But if you're just kind of casual about health, this is not the place for you. This is really kind of a diehard place for people to really take your health to the next level. We're offering all kinds of live Q&A calls every single month, every single week, actually. Lots of really cool stuff happening with the forum, with thousands of members inside the forum, interacting with one another and helping each other to higher levels of health. So if you guys want to join, let me give you 2 weeks off. So let me give you a coupon code. It is EHR14, and you can grab the coupon code for that. Go to extremehealthacademy.com and enter the code EHR14. I'm not sure how long that's going to be available. Obviously, it won't be available forever. But if you type in the code EHR14 at extremehealthacademy.com right now, you will get 2 weeks for free. And you can check it out and see how it goes and introduce yourself and make friends in the community. So thank you guys for listening. And let's go ahead and turn the audio on with Dr. John Bergman, my wife Kate, and the webinar we did with him for the launch of the Extreme Health Academy called Getting the Healing Process Started. All right, welcome everyone. Hopefully everybody can see us here. Thank you guys for joining us on the first ever Extreme Health Challenge, Extreme Health webinar that we're going to be doing. We just wrapped up a 21-day challenge, so we're really excited about that. And we're going to be introducing ourselves, what we're doing, what we're all doing here, why we're doing it. So, Dr. B, why don't you go first?
I'm Dr. John Bergman, and I taught anatomy and physiology for a few years. I have a clinic in Huntington Beach, but research is the key. And so getting information out about health, and there's a lot of false information out there. So, and that's pretty much what my focus is to fight the ignorance, because there's a lot of people out there that, and there's so much confusion too. Yeah. You know, what's good this week is not good next week, you know, and like, is the aspirin a day really good for you?
Right.
Or is that the leading cause of kidney disease?
Right.
You know, I like that research.
Debunking.
Debunking.
Oh, I like that.
I like that. So, Kate, why don't you go?
Oh, gosh. Well, I'm excited to be here with everybody. This is just a thrilling time. I feel like I'm super excited. This academy is something that's, I don't think, ever really existed before. The dynamic and the partnership is going to be really cool. I'm here because I, too, come with my own set of health challenges, and working with a bunch of different practitioners like Dr. John Bergman and a couple others have really turned my life around and got me in a really good position to thrive. And I'm just excited to be able to help facilitate and teach people that you guys, too, can live your best life and not only survive but learn how to thrive. So It's exciting.
Yeah, we're really excited about this whole project. There is so many people out there that need our help and that need help in general just for getting healthy, changing lifestyle disciplines, changing their habits. And like I said before, we just wrapped up the 21-day challenge, which is really cool.
That was fun.
And so at the end of the webinar, we're going to be answering some questions. We're going to be revealing who the winners are. So the prizes were a Vitamix blender was the first prize.
It's huge.
Second prize is a Berkey water filter, and the third prize was a 30-day supply of Organifi green juice powder. So we'll be revealing who won those prizes at the end of this. But for me and my own story, I got involved in health back in 2003. If people don't know who we are, we run Extreme Health Radio, which is an online podcast where we interview people like Dr. Bergman and other health experts. And I originally got into health as a result of my mom's cancer. She was diagnosed with cancer, non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, back in 1995. And that's when everything changed. I mean, how many people do you see coming in to you that have cancer or has been touched by cancer?
All
it's a
the
lot
time.
of people.
Yeah, it's like every week we'll get 2 or 3 kids with autism. We'll get 3 or 4 people with cancer. And some of them have had cancers in the past, and then it reoccurred or spread, or it's a different type, or and it's all from the same type of genetic expression or lifestyle factors that they're in control of, but they didn't know.
Yeah. It affects all of us, and I think there's 21,000 people around the world every day get diagnosed with cancer, just a diagnosis, let alone people dying. So it's the great plague and epidemic of our time, cancer, and it seems like so many people are being diagnosed. We have friends, young friends that have been diagnosed. So there's just a lot of people out there that need to get healthy and to start adopting. Health is super, super easy, and so that's why I wanted to start the challenge. Because the challenge was 21 days, and we're going to be doing challenges every single month, which is going to be really cool.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, so there's going to be prizes every single month for first, second, and third place prizes. So the thing about health is a lot of people think that it's really challenging. They don't know what to do. It's confusing. It's complex. But health, as you know, it's super easy. It's super easy to have these lifestyle changes, and that's some of what we did in the 21-day challenge.
Yeah, I like that. Each day it was something different. It wasn't like 21 days of juicing or 21 days of this. It's just a little tiny things that you can do that have a big difference.
Yeah.
Did you have a favorite day? I was just curious between the two of you. Did you find anything just like exhilarating or that was something you hadn't added into your everyday life?
The reading was fun.
The reading was
because
fun.
I read all the time, and so to have an excuse that I have to. No, I can't answer emails. I have to read today.
I was going to say the reading too. I picked that back up. I had kind of gotten a little lax in that. But.
For mine was the light and the blocking the blue light. That was my favorite, and I've been doing a lot of research in that, which is why I'm wearing these glasses. But I've been doing a lot of research in that lately, so that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It
was a fun 21 days.
We had so many people involved in the challenge, sharing their photos and looking at people posting on Facebook, people posting on Instagram. It was really, really awesome to see people so determined to adopt some of these, lifestyle changes that are really easy to do. It's amazing.
Yeah, and I love the body weight exercises. I mean, all of that. So, and that's something that because I'm at the office at 4:45 in the morning. I don't leave some nights till 6:30, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock.
Wow.
And so getting, scheduling health, scheduling time for yourself and doing physical activities. It was that I just have to. I have to.
Yeah. It's one of those things where a lot of times, all of us, we are so involved in helping other people, making sure other people are taken care of, but it's easy to forget about ourselves, and so that's why the challenge was all basically free things that you can do. I think there was a couple of them, like the blending and the juicing. You need a blender for that, but for the most part, everything was free things people can do. Grounding, getting outside, getting full spectrum sunlight, all of these things we can all do every single day. So,
and unfortunately, we do apologize to everyone who wrote in. I'm in Ontario. I'm up in Alberta.
That was hard.
I can't ground myself because there's 8 feet of snow.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
I felt bad about that. But
we're here in California and we haven't seen rain, one time, so I forget about that.
Grounding sheets?
I know, there's creative ways.
Jump in the bed and you're grounding.
Yeah.
So that was really cool. So
Amy, real quick, from, I'm not sure where she's from, but she said this has been such a wonderful challenge and it has added so many wonderful aspects to this beautiful journey of life. Dr. Bergman, you are truly a blessing to me and so many others. It is a goal of mine to make it to California to meet you. Thank you.
Oh, cool. You're welcome.
Thank
Come on out.
Thank you for joining the challenge,
Yes.
Amy, among other people. But.
Yeah.
Just so people know, we are going to be answering questions on the free webinar page, extremehealthacademy.com/free webinar. That's where we're going to be answering. There's a YouTube stream there, a Facebook stream there, so we'll be answering questions there. And I'm going to try to answer some questions, bring it up to the panel here from Dr. Bergman's YouTube page. So,
and you can see who's technically advanced, who doesn't have a computer. Because, talk about
monotasking. The original computer. As long as you're here to answer things, we're okay. We work well together.
So we'll answer some questions in just a bit, but let's talk a little bit about the next month's challenge, and then we'll go back to the challenge for January of 2018. So next month, the challenge is going to be in February, and I believe it's going to be a 14-day challenge, if I understand correctly. And you can sign up for that free challenge at extremehealthchallenge.com. You can't go there yet and sign up because this challenge isn't officially over yet. So, but extremehealthchallenge.com later today we'll have that ready for the new challenge.
Go time.
Yeah.
Cool. It's a little bit shorter then, 14 days.
14 days. And the prizes for that challenge are going to be, should we reveal those or...
Yeah.
I think it's fun.
Okay.
This is good.
Okay, so for those of you guys that listen to our radio show, you know that we talk a lot about the Bellicon Rebounder a lot, which is the one we use. So it's going to be a Bellicon Rebounder, which is the high-end, cream of the crop rebounders. That's going to be prize number 1. Prize number 2 is going to be the Defender Shield laptop pad, which is what we have here,
I know.
which helps
see this thing.
protect against radiation from your laptop. So that's going to be the second prize.
It's awesome.
And the third prize is going to be a really awesome vegan DHA product called MitoLife. And it's really awesome. We've been taking that stuff, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
So it helps bring DHA from algae form into your cells and mitochondria. And
Kid likes it.
Kid loves it. We're building the baby's nervous system on that.
This baby is made off DHA. Sponsored by MitoLife DHA.
Yeah,
but it tastes like lemon. It has a really good flavor, so it doesn't taste like you're eating. I mean, because some of those can taste kind of fishy or algae.
Oh, yeah.
It's good stuff, so you guys are going to be stoked.
Yeah, that's over at MitoLife. So,
Good.
do you want to answer a couple questions here, or let's see?
Do it. I got one.
Okay.
This is Liz. This is awesome. Hey, Dr. Bergman, can you talk about hyperbaric therapy, infrared saunas, and detox methods?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Nice.
I'm sure you could talk about that till the cows come home.
Yes.
Yeah,
Anything on there?
they're phenomenal, but also look, the body has detox systems available already. You know, respiration, perspiration, pooping and peeping. The hyperbaric is phenomenal because it's massively increasing your oxygen. The infrared saunas, phenomenal because you're using light to heat up air, and that's going to actually allow your body to sweat out. But look at what you're putting in the system too. So, like, if you've had toxic exposure from fast food for years, or medications for years, look at some of the detox methods, because if you're not having 2 to 3 healthy bowel movements a day, and you start to do some type of cleanse, you could be resorbing those toxins. And your body is going to clear up. It really, really will. Hyperbaric chambers are good, nice adjunct. It's kind of weird to do it. Have you ever done one?
I have not.
done it.
No, I want
It's
to.
weird.
Is it?
Okay, okay, so I'm a diver, certified diver.
Oh, yeah.
And when you get around 100, 120 feet, you got this pressure on your chest, and it's like you got to like really breathe in, and it's
Wow.
hard. And that's kind of what a hyperbaric chamber is. You're in this tube that puts you
Okay.
under tremendous pressure, and they don't tell you got to draw in each breath.
Wow.
It's not fun.
Let's be honest.
I mean, when you're scuba diving at 120 feet, it's exciting, but it's not fun.
Right.
They
Hyperbaric
put you in
chamber.
slow, though, right? I mean,
Yeah.
you're not going to...
Yeah, and then they slowly bring you back out.
Okay.
Phenomenal. I mean, for certain disease reversals, it's some of the best thing out there. And the infrared. I mean, we've got that infrared sauna.
Yes.
Phenomenal. Yeah. A little tiny unit. You sit at home and just a detox regularly every day. Oh,
It's amazing.
phenomenal.
Shelley wants to know your, Dr. Bergman, thoughts on ozone therapy.
Ooh.
Oh, phenomenal. Incredible. Yeah. I mean, when you look at ozone, it has an extra oxygen molecule that it can bring up, okay? And it's, they've got IV ozone therapy. They use a lot of ozone therapy in dental work, okay? And even in diabetic ulcers, okay? Good antimicrobial,
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing therapy.
I have one.
Yes.
I'm not sure. I think it's City. Dr. Bergman, can you help me find supplements that help with blood circulation in body and around bones? I have AVN because of taking steroid for lupus, and doctors told me there's no way to reverse AVN.
Yeah.
Don't you love that news? There's
Yeah.
no way to reverse this.
There are no cures.
Well, it's something. When you're looking at avascular necrosis, it is a long-term compromised immune system. You got to make sure that you've got healthy nerve supply, healthy blood supply to it, and look at all the stressors, the physical, chemical, and emotional stressors. Those are going to be the causative factor and the key. Finding out that the medications was a contributing factor is huge. And then look at other things you can do. How are you sleeping? The nutrients intake. Make sure you get your nervous system checked, because if you've got avascular necrosis to the hips, that's a challenge. You've got to stabilize the hips. You've got to restore the nerve supply. You've got to look at the gait. Make sure that the feet are correct, that you don't have bunion formation. You've got to look at all the areas around and get the body as healthy as possible. And in some cases, you can actually reverse that avascular necrosis. Sometimes, you may have to have the joint replaced, but, by God, you got to get the body as healthy as possible. And in a lot of circumstances, you can reverse it. The reason the medical doctors don't look at AVN as curable It's because they don't look at the whole body. They don't look at the cause. They just think it's bad luck or bad genes, and that's, that's the luck of the draw. Take the drugs, let's cut out the joint and replace it with something synthetic. And that's not the causative factor. It's not bad luck or bad genes. It's a toxic, deficient environment.
Anthony wants to know, Dr. Bergman, can you talk about shock therapy, as in like heat and cold therapy? One after another. They live in Siberia.
Siberia.
Yeah, I saw some kids in Siberia go from sauna back out to the cold
we've
snow,
seen
back
that.
and forth. Yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah, we did that in Catalina, 53-degree water.
Yeah.
Boom.
Really?
Oh, man. When you said shock therapy, they actually still do electroconvulsive therapy. And that is just, you put the leather strap in there.
That's what I thought. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. No, but the hot and cold is phenomenal. I mean, you're talking about vasodilation and vasoconstriction, elevations of the heart rate,
increased circulation.
Yeah, and the cold water baths are, great.
He's talking about making room in our garage for one of those freezers that's long, where you could fill it with ice and stick your body.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a meat freezer.
Whatever you
put it
gotta
in our
do.
garage, and then I'm gonna ground it to the earth and put cold water in there and go. They call it cold thermogenesis, and so you can go from that to the sauna that we have and back and forth.
It's pretty cool.
It's weird once you get over the shock, of diving in or getting in there. Your body responds so quickly by elevating the heart rate and just getting that blood to flow.
It's incredible.
The idea of it's super cool. Can I ask a quick one?
Yeah, please.
Dr. B, how can I raise my pH levels? I think that sounds like a cool question. Is ozone therapy also good for someone who has cancer?
Ozone therapy is excellent for cancer, and look at the different types of cancer. Cancer you don't catch, you got to earn. So when you look at the immune system response, so if you have cancer of the bowel or cancer of the breast or ovaries, testicles, if you look at the endocrine disruptors, on those endocrine-based cancers, or those are huge. But what was the other part?
I'm sorry. How do you go about raising pH levels?
Oh, cool. I'll do it right now.
Breathing is number one.
Yeah, got rid of my carbon dioxide. That was easy. And then go
such simple things.
Plant-based organic food. Plant-based diet is the key, and drinking more water. There's so many things. When you look at even lemons are acidic, but they have an alkalinizing effect, and that's going to raise your pH. And the body, if you work it, just respiration, perspiration, pooping and peeping, that's going to start to alkalinize. But don't put acidic forming nutrients in your system.
Okay. And one of the things too inside the members area is we have an area where it's called the health tracker inside that membership site.
Yeah, that's cool.
So that is an amazing section of the website, because the health tracker is a place where we can all measure and monitor our health numbers. And so it's super, super important. So if you want to know what your pH is, Dr. Bergman's done a whole video on how to test for it. There's different tests for saliva, for urine, for blood. And so you can test these different areas of your body for the pH. And we have different tests for ketosis.
The cholesterol, the triglycerides, the blood glucose.
Yep.
It's so cool because you don't need to involve a doctor who's going to sell you prescriptions. Okay, you can go home, check it, and say, really, what do these numbers mean?
Absolutely.
So inside, this is what's so cool about the Academy. So one of the reasons why, just to take a short break, is we wanted to set up something that actually we wanted. Like, I wanted something like this.
It didn't exist.
So, like, for example, with testing your levels for cholesterol, for example.
Yeah.
So there's how to do the test. There's how often to do the test. There is what machine to use to do the test with.
Right.
And then there's the what do I do with the numbers? Do the numbers match what my doctor tells me? There's all these factors, and a lot of these things you can do at home, which is amazing, right? So you have all of these different factors going on with monitoring your own health at home.
Right.
But you need someone to guide you and show you exactly what the numbers mean and how to do it all. So that's what we have. We have videos with you. We've been working a ton in the background behind all our normal stuff. We've been working, and we're going to be able to, so you can go into the health tracker section of the website and learn how to do all this, where to get the supplies to do it, and it's amazing.
It's really good navigation, because a lot of times you get raw data back, like when you do one of those like 23andMe or something, and you have to have another company get in there and kind of help you decipher
and
things.
Then they fear you. They put fear into you by saying the numbers are this or that, and now I'm scared, and
this is normal. Now I don't know what to do.
That's the fear and the ignorance.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at the numbers and think, well, yeah, of course my cholesterol went up. It's wintertime.
Right.
It goes up in the winter.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden that whole dogmatic medical approach of where one number is right for everyone. No, my cholesterol's got to go up. I'm recovering from cancer. I've got this condition or this condition. The function of cholesterol. My body's increasing it to prevent me from having dementia or Alzheimer's.
Yeah. I mean, it's when you look at lifestyle factors and how they apply to testing your levels and what's going on in your life at the time of testing, and there's a lot of factors. So, just by saying that someone has this cholesterol number or that cholesterol number isn't necessarily indicative of anything that could be going on in their body.
Absolutely.
So it's really important to understand what they mean and how to do them. And so the health tracker is a really cool thing because you're going to be able to graph your progress over time. So a lot of people are doing like on the first of every month, checking all their vitals, and then they do that every single month, and you can see your graph going up and down over time. It's just really cool.
When you talk about behind the scenes, okay, I barely know anything about the health tracker, but because this has been stuff that you're building,
right?
It's so neat to see. You're building your own profile. You get a chance to connect with people. Your information's kept, private,
right?
But you get a chance to share what you want to share.
Yeah,
right.
It's really cool.
Oh yeah, it's like when I'm on the sailing forums. I don't know how to put this thing on. There's got to be somebody else that had a problem.
Right. That's so true.
Yeah, and that is what's cool is you can take all that information and go into a forum and run it by people, and you have all this new community of friends.
And so one other thing before the question is that with the health tracker isn't designed to put our version of fear on the people. It's a way to track your progress and feel good about the direction that you're going.
That's so true.
Because
I'm glad you're saying that.
These are all just numbers in snapshots in time, right? So as you continue with the health practices, you can see your numbers change and feel good about what you're doing and make progress over time, which is
on
cool.
a personal level, I think it's really important not to, like you said, just to take that information as a snapshot. A couple years ago, we were at a retreat in Florida, and I had a bunch of blood work done. It came back that my CA19-9, which is a cancer antigen for pancreas, was off and that lady scared me. She didn't mean to, but it's like, you need to go to the hospital right away, get into this MRI, where they shot me with contrast, the iodine, which made my kidneys hurt and a bunch of other problems. But
it was bad.
As I tracked it over time myself, it was like I just have that level that rises and drops and rises and drops, and my body kind of knows what it's doing. But when you have this alarmist mentality of just someone freaking you out, I remember thinking, oh my gosh, I have cancer, I'm dying.
Yeah.
But it's really important to have control up here, but then to also have a little bit of this. So that's good.
Our version of fear. I mean, it's true.
It's true.
I mean, how many doctors do you go into or health places? That they say, look, man, your body's smart. You have an adaptive physiological response, so your body can tolerate certain toxins. And disease is really an expression of a toxic deficient lifestyle.
Yeah.
And health is an expression of lifestyle choices.
Right.
And even genes. My dad had this, my uncle had this. Well, okay, how do you suppress or express that genetic feature?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And the stuff that you're doing, you're never going to have that.
No.
You're never going to express that disease.
Well, what's also cool is in the membership area too, we have an area called the roadmap. So the roadmap is really cool. It starts with your mind and your spirituality and your emotions, and then the body's the last thing of that. So what's really important is to make sure that your mind is right. Make sure that you're, have a purpose on earth, like what you're supposed to be doing. You're connected to that. You're connected to yourself. You're connected to God. You're connected to your fellow man and to the earth. A lot of people say that disease is just a disconnection. And so if we have that right spiritual walk and mental and emotional personal development, all of these things go into being healthy. And then we get into the body and the final stage, But the body is just the expression of all those other things.
The body tends to follow.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
Yeah. So that's under the roadmap section of our site. Yeah.
When they say toxic thoughts, it really is. I mean, you can think yourself sick and think yourself well.
Amen.
I mean, and that's not thought of in the medical system today. That's the key.
Yeah.
We've got this. I say dogmatic, but it's true. There's not real science behind a lot of the recommendations. And they don't say, okay, you've got this disease. Well, how are you sleeping? What's your thoughts? What's your purpose in life? What drives you?
Yeah. Right.
It's just the so many different lifestyle factors that aren't thought of. They just categorize you as a disease, and then you get those therapies.
Yeah. And you've done entire talks over the years, the Tuesday night health talks you do, all about that.
Yeah, only like 700 of them.
Only 700. Just a couple.
What are your thoughts on Epstein-Barr virus?
Oh, this is cool.
Okay,
yeah. I mean, this
I never
goes.
knew anybody who could get so excited about Epstein-Barr. Diane.
Well,
okay.
because we get this stuff all the time. What about this disease or lupus or Lyme disease or Epstein-Barr? Because you're talking about people that have been suffering for a lot of different things, and they keep going to doctors and saying, what do I got? I feel like crap. I don't sleep good. My bowels are off. I got a rash, or I have no energy. And the doctor does all these tests and says, well, this little factor on this one test, it's probably Epstein-Barr, or it might be Lyme. Let's just try some antibiotics, which is going to wipe out your normal gut flora. Look at every virus. Everybody's got it. I've got Epstein-Barr. I've got Lyme. I've got multi-antibiotic resistant staph on my hand.
Cancer.
No, sorry, kid. So
give it to my baby and I'll kill her.
The way you attack anything, the way you would eliminate any virus, cancer, Epstein-Barr, lupus, Lyme disease, anything, you strengthen your immune system.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Look at the physical, chemical, and emotional stressors that caused it, and then it goes away.
If you could give the number one strengthening immune system for someone to start now, where do they start?
Oh, deep sleep.
Deep sleep.
Deep sleep. Honest to God.
Okay.
Honest to God. You do sleep-restricted therapy, reset those circadian rhythms. Within 5 days, you're sleeping through the night. But deep sleep, that's when your body regenerates. Okay. White noise machine, no watching TV or computers before bed. Sleep, and then... Can I have two?
Yeah.
Drink water.
Drink water.
Simple water, right?
Healthy amounts of water.
Okay.
That would be...
Okay.
Perfect.
Please explain how to ask questions. I just finished joining the academy, but I want to ask if John could talk about enlarged heart and how to heal nerve damage in the chest from tension anxiety. So really quickly, Alan, there's a forum inside the academy. So if you've already joined, there's a community there, and this is all brand new. So we're all going to be joining this all together at once, and we can all help each other with our health journey, and if we share ideas, what works, what doesn't work. So the community is going to be the place to go, and we're all going to be in there. But for now, he's asking about tension, anxiety, and
an enlarged heart.
Nerve damage in the chest from tension.
Okay, yeah. This is, and also too, when they're signing up on the forum, if there's any glitches in the system, just be patient. Okay, within a couple of weeks,
we're working on it. We're doing our best.
Yeah, your technical skills. I mean, it was so cool to see the challenges and then all the solutions. Before I picked up the phone to call Michael about, hey, look, it was solved the next day. So that was cool.
We're having some
issues. Trying.
Yeah, we're doing our best. So thank you guys for your patience.
Okay, so when you look at an enlarged heart, okay, and you would think that a big heart's good, but no, think of like a muscle that's stretched out. Okay, the cardiac muscle, if it's stretched out, it's not contracting completely to evacuate the heart out of the blood. So an enlarged heart means that you're losing healthy volume. It's a muscle, and it's a unique muscle. Cardiac muscle is different than skeletal or smooth. It just starts going at about 5 weeks of conception and keeps going for the next 100 and something years. So this baby never stops, never gets tired. So the muscle itself is unique. But look at the nerve supply and the quality of blood. So the heart does have two nerve supplies, and they're both automatic or autonomic. It comes out of the base of the brain and the top of the thoracic area. So if you look at the compromised nerve supply to that heart, the heart doesn't become healthy.
Okay.
Then you look at a toxic deficient diet, or look at the health of the blood. I know. It's like, what do you mean health of the blood? Blood's brand new every 120 days. So in that time frame, you can regenerate new cells, and it has to do with how the kidneys are going to produce that erythropoietin, and then that's going to stimulate the bones to make the red blood cells, and then you got to have a good spleen that's working correctly, good liver function. So to reverse that anxiety, first look at the nervous system supply. Get the spine in the upper neck area and upper thoracic checked. Then look at the sleep patterns, the physical, chemical, and emotional stress load. Build healthy blood, and you're going to find out that the heart is going to get better. And then you're thinking, wait a second, cardiomegaly getting better? Yeah. And they did a study, okay, and this was kind of cool, because I used to think that heart muscle doesn't change because it never was there. But in the nuclear blasts in the 50s that they were exposing people, there was actually radiation particles attached to the heart muscle. And they found that,
wow,
hey, it's just an experiment, What
These are
could
just
go
people.
wrong,
It's just people.
A little uranium, Okay. But utilizing that human, exposure, they actually found out that the heart muscle cells change.
Okay.
They get replaced. And that's what a lot of cardiologists aren't thinking of. It was really a cool study, because I didn't know, how did they find out? Because any time I find out that, the muscle can change, really, how do they know?
That's
Is that true? I'm just curious. Is that true about a muscle, or like with his case, he kind of outgrew this cardiomyopathy, which I believe is like a lining of. Is it a thickening of the lining of the heart? Because he doesn't have anything.
I don't have it anymore.
When he was a kid,
I was
he passed
diagnosed.
out. And
I had to stop playing basketball when I was in high school, because that was the same time with all those pro athletes were dying, keeling over in the middle of the court. And I was diagnosed with that at the same time. My mom said, "No, you're not playing basketball anymore. I don't think you're going to make the NBA." So
which I think
my dreams were crushed. But so I no longer have that anymore. So
and the doctor was like, "Oh, I guess I'll see you and check in 5 years."
now I just take care of my own heart.
So that has to do with everything involving the heart.
Blood supply, nerve supply, physical, chemical, and emotional stress.
Really good.
And you can't, it's kind of like, that's too simple.
Right.
It is too simple.
It's got to be some other cause, but it is that simple.
And by the way, everyone, Dr. Bergman mentions a lot physical, chemical, and emotional stress. So that is going to be the actual topic of next month's course that we're going to be releasing inside the Academy. So we're going to expand on that and how that affects our lives and things that we can do. And the challenge is going to be based around that as well. So.
And it's really good that a lot of these questions are also going to help us decide and decipher along the way what to add into our next course.
Wasn't that part of the website? You can tell how knowledgeable I am at the site. That the questions that are asked on it, we actually pick some, and those become like the webinar topic for the next.
So the members are going to be able, if you've joined the Academy, you're going to be able to vote every single month on what course you want next. So the way it's going to work is, I think there's going to be like a little bit of a lag time, like maybe a month and a half of lag time, because when the month ends, then we'll see what topic ended up winning for that month, and then the following month we'll do a course on that. So if you want a course on pregnancy, if you want a course on diabetes or whatever it is that you want, make sure to vote inside the Academy.
That is so cool.
That way we're creating stuff that you guys want.
Thank God, because I'm thinking, like, when do I have time to research? I got a month?
Yeah, you're
oh my
okay.
God, I can get the latest data on everything.
Yeah,
I know
that's
you do that.
Perfect.
I have a great question from Marcus. Hey Marcus, glad we saw you earlier. Stoked that you're here. Thoughts of fructose. Good sugar is vital for the body. Design-wise, we are not fruit eaters. Mostly, is it dangerous? Is it really dangerous with too much of this?
Too much
I mean,
sugar.
what do you think of fructose? Good sugar.
Look at what the body does. It breaks everything down into three things: protein, fats, and carbohydrates. So it's going to take fructose and break that down into carbohydrates into usable sugar. So we do need fructose. I mean, fructose is going to be in, tomatoes are fruit, avocados are fruit. Okay, so there's a lot of plant-based stuff. It's a good sugar, but how much? Too much of a good thing. You need to have things balanced. Now, the best proteins are going to be in plants. Okay, fructose is good, but look at where the fruit's coming from. Like if you look at berries, where you're eating the skin, dark colors, super high in antioxidants. And to get antioxidants in your diet, my God, that's going to help with tissue production. Anytime you're breaking down tissue and building it up, that's called an oxidative metabolic process, and you need those antioxidants. If you're just fructose just for the sugars, yeah, but that's not really how it's packaged. You know, you got the antioxidants, the bioflavonoids, all in those little tiny packages. And when I'm talking about packages, I mean the blueberry, the goji berry, the blackberry. Oh my God, that actually sounds really good.
I'm like,
It does. It does.
even some berries.
I know.
Okay.
Do you have any other questions, Kate? There's a ton coming in on YouTube,
Yeah.
so bear with
So
us.
many.
On YouTube, it's just like scrolling. The questions are going so fast, so we're trying to do our best here.
I have a quick one from JC, and then I'll pass it
Yeah.
on to you. Hey, Kate, Justin, and Dr. Bergman, your thoughts and suggestions on how to treat psoriasis. That's a huge one. So many people have
yes.
that.
Oh, yeah.
It's a great question.
Yeah, stomach acid.
Stomach acid.
Isn't it?
That's it? Little HCl, you're good to go?
No, it was a trip. Okay, when I was researching skin disorders,
Yeah.
back in the 40s, this is back before the pharmaceutical industry was capitalizing most of the studies, there was a couple of medical studies where they were analyzing stomach acid, and they found consistently low levels of stomach acid in people with psoriasis. And so then you start thinking, okay, does stress aggravate it? Absolutely it does. Okay, so why? Because when you're under stress, you've got this automatic nervous system. And that under stress, you produce less stomach acid, blood supply to the gut is going to be decreased, poor digestion, poor sleep patterns, and then, so you've got an absorption problem, and you've got slow gastric motility, like one poop a day if you're lucky, poor sleep patterns. So look on psoriasis has the canary in the mine shaft. Okay, that this is a clue to a very, very stressed body. Now you can detox and stuff, but detoxing with a stressed or a toxic deficient lifestyle, that's not going to be real effective. And you can't just jump on it. Know that your skin is renewed every 28 days.
Is it every 28 days?
Oh God, it's so. I mean, I'm not talking like the epidermis and
No, but it's making new
it just makes
cells.
new cells, so everything goes away. Because people will say, well, what about scars? Well, scars take a little bit longer because you might have damaged the cell production materials underneath. But look at increasing stomach acid by having healthy diet, healthy nutrients.
Okay.
And if you start going on a plant-based diet, but then get the deep sleep, make sure your nervous system is functioning correctly, make sure you get 2 to 3 bowel movements a day. I know it seems like the same solution, but the bodies are designed like this. If you had, a caribou with psoriasis, what would you say? Dude, what have you been exposed to? Well, none of the other caribou got it. Get your butt out there,
Right.
eat some grass. Just
Wrong watering hole.
wrong watering hole.
That's what I'd say.
Wrong
Yes,
watering hole.
So look at the stressors, and then that'll knock it out.
But thank God there's hope for that, because we had a good friend who had it so bad. I mean, you think sometimes it's like you look at some of these conditions with the skin, and it's just
Oh, yeah.
you can't believe it can get so bad for someone. And I have so much of a heart that goes out for these conditions.
Oh my God, my wife's got vitiligo.
Oh, that's
and
right.
she talk about a toxic deficient lifestyle. She was diagnosed with ulcerative colitis for like 5 years, so you're talking steroids and antibiotics. She was taking Advil, Tylenol, Motrin, everything daily.
Wow.
Daily. Plantar fasciitis. She was a wreck. And now her health is optimal, but it's
that's
taken
awesome.
a while to regenerate her health to get the skin working correctly.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, one thing I want to kind of reiterate our whole mission here at Extreme Health Academy is that to let people understand that there are solutions. And just because you haven't heard of them yet doesn't mean they don't exist, or doesn't mean that they aren't
Yes.
vital.
Amen.
Oh my God.
So what I want to tell people is that there are solutions if you keep looking. And sometimes it's like the old, they would talk about in Chinese culture and Chinese medicine, that the person who would seek out the herb and the person who had to go the farthest to get the herb, for that person, the herb would be more powerful. So sometimes the act of searching for something makes something more powerful for you. So there are so many cutting edge things that people are doing these days with the microbiome, with light therapy, with PEMF, with all kinds of different therapies that people are using. And so that's what we're going to be exploring inside the Academy.
The biggest thing, and I get this from all the patients, I tell them health is your natural state. To treat the disease doesn't really make sense, because diseases typically go away once you restore health.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And that's, I mean,
The balance.
to treat the disease, what are you doing? It's an allopathic or allopathetic where you're treating symptom with a therapy.
That was good.
Allopathetic. You're so allopathetic.
That was good.
And then when you look at it, I mean, even naturopaths or homeopaths, what do I take? What herb do I take or this?
Yeah.
Right.
No, you don't need it. Work on the overall health and diseases just go away.
People are used to having little compartmentalized things, and within those things,
take this
different
pill.
drugs and pills. And
so
it's hard to get out of that paradigm.
Some of the training that we're going to be doing inside the Academy is monthly courses from Dr. Bergman that you guys will be able to vote on. We're going to be doing workshops with other people that are going to participate with some really high-level, in-depth stuff.
Yep.
There's going to be quick wins, or quick tips for your health that you can start implementing into your life. There's going to be a community in there. There's going to be everything really that you need to develop a relationship with other people and to learn the skills and to be motivated and to make friends and
be encouraged.
Be encouraged. That's the main thing.
And the other doctors and healthcare professionals we have on, there's a bunch that I know about that are going to be on. I can hardly wait to hear them.
Yeah.
I mean, Dr. Tim O'Shea. We're talking about like really, really sharp guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have to say real quick, up front,
Yeah.
one of the courses we need to do is just on sleep. We're getting a lot of questions about sleep, how to get it, night terrors, how to stay asleep.
Wow.
I mean, there's a lot that goes into sleep, so that's something we can think about.
Yeah. There's so many.
Hopefully answer a bunch of those.
Oh yeah,
Too
you
many
can.
questions.
You can. Yeah.
Okay,
really quickly
Yep.
before, just if you guys are just coming into the webinar now, we're going to be answering questions on Dr. Bergman's YouTube channel. We're going to be trying our best because those things are flying through. And if you go to extremehealthacademy.com/free webinar, we'll be answering questions on there as well. So if you're watching in any other location, go to those two spots to ask your questions, and we'll do our best to.
Oh man, we could just.
Oh my gosh!
We could go
I'm looking at just one page, and it's like, can I answer? Oh.
This is hard, and it's gone.
Yeah, and then it's gone. It's hard.
So hard. I want to do all of them, but do you have one?
Yeah, so
Okay.
Lily writes on Lily Jacobo on Dr. Bergman's YouTube account. Coming from a Hispanic culture, constantly eating beans and rice with meat and junk food, how can I change this without losing so much weight?
Oh my God. Beans and rice are a phenomenal complete protein. It's one of the best things you can have. The animal products, if you're going to eat them, once a week to once a month. But make sure it's a healthy animal. And
What goes into a healthy animal? Like just
you're
make sure it's hormone free, range
free, wild,
Okay.
You start
Organic.
doing plant based. And look at one of the books I wrote was One Pot Wonders. It's how to make meals
It's a
out
good
of one
title.
pot.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's just wild rice, and while it's cooking down, you toss in some vegetables. It's delicious.
Spices.
And look at all the vegetables and the spices that you could use in there, and you're going to be amazed. You can get organic corn. There's so many ways to work vegetarian or plant-based in Mexican cooking.
Okay. And I have to say that Instapot thing. I don't have one yet, but I've seen it all over the internet. Have you guys heard of the
No.
Instapot?
What does it do?
It's like this upgraded crock pot, but it's kind of smaller, and it sits. My friends were just putting stuff in there, and apparently it's like, heaven of the crock pots. So just to tell people, I have a good one when you're...
Okay, quick
You go
one.
first, yep.
From Nicholas says, how long of a life change do you need to make in order to get those 2 to 3 bowel movements, healthy bowel movements a day?
Yeah, how
About
quick
30
could that be?
days.
About 30 days. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 30 days or less.
To reset that?
Yeah.
Yes, because you're changing your whole microbiome as well.
Yeah, and there's also, because there's a cool yoga water trick that I'll tell people that.
Oh, wow.
So and it's just like, if you're not used to using muscles, like if you can't go like this to this to this to this to this to this.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, try that.
I'm going to try that later.
Okay, so let's say that your gastric motility is really, really slow. You're getting one poop every other day. We've had one guy one poop a week. And so start the day. You get right out of bed, and you're getting up at around 4:35, hopefully. You drink 2 large glasses of water that's hot, okay? Almost as hot as tea, but you got to down it. You got to drink, and then drink, and then to finally get it down there. Okay, then put your elbows on a kitchen counter, stand away from it so your tummy's hanging in the air.
Okay.
And then with your stomach muscles, you force your stomach out, then force it in, force it out, and force it in. So you got the hot water. okay, that hits that intestinal tract, and it's going to rush blood to it to equalize the temperature. You got the mechanical action forcing it through there.
Wow.
And I mean, don't plan a long car ride after this, okay? But do this for about 3 or 4 minutes, and if you do it every day, okay, you're going to increase your water intake, which is ideal. But that mechanical action is going to massage that smooth muscle of the jejunum, ileum, all the small intestine, and then when it hits that large intestine with diet and lifestyle changes. Phenomenal.
There was a guest on our show once that talked about, and the first thing in the morning, it's kind of similar to what you're saying, is to drink a lot of water and to do the rebounder. Because the water, just the mechanical aspect of having all that water in your stomach makes it heavy. And when you rebound, it's like a water balloon. It forces the stomach to go back down into place.
I've seen some of those things for hiatal hernias.
Okay. Ooh, yeah.
And it's just... It seems weird. It does work.
Weird,
it works.
Yeah, it's purely mechanical. It's
purely mechanical.
Yeah, that's funny.
I have a question from John, and this is a really good one. It's kind of long, but I have a couple people that have also written in. We did a really good show on bunions and plantar fasciitis and feet things.
Oh, I love that.
So basically, he says, poor guy has throbbing in his heel when he stands. His doctor did an x-ray to see if there's a bone spur. There's not. He was diagnosed with plantar fasciitis, which they're going to say. They could give him cortisone. It doesn't hurt, blah, 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 when he walks. However, he saw a video of yours a while ago and strengthening the foot and using minimalist or the barefoot shoe.
Cool.
You are a fan of. Would those shoes helped? He's kind of overweight and he's walking 4+ miles a day to lose weight, and then the heel pain starts to hurt again a few months ago.
Okay, cool.
He doesn't have diabetes, but he's trying to prevent it. What are your thoughts on those flat shoes and plantar fasciitis?
Perfect. You got to get your nervous system checked. Look at the nerves in the back, because the foot only develops plantar fasciitis or bunions because the nerves or the muscles are not functioning correctly. They're not strong.
Okay.
Typically, that's from the nerves in the low back being compromised or altered mechanics, like the calf not functioning, so that foot starts to flatten out. Then you got this fascia on the bottom that's supposed to be like a secondary support of the foot.
Okay.
The fascia on the bottom should only be used if you're like jumping, running, it's like a little spring.
Yep.
But if those muscles are compromised, then that fascia is overworked beyond its physiologic parameters. Okay, and then it inflames, swells up, and hurts because it's trying to repair itself. Even if you see a bone spur. Now, it takes 3 to 5 years to see a bone change on an x-ray, and people will go in there and they'll say, man, I just had my foot x-rayed. They saw a big bone spur on there. Well, how long has it been hurting? 2 months. Well, that ain't from the bone spur, I can tell you that.
Yeah, sure.
So what you can do is get the nervous system checked in the low back. Look at our foot and calf or foot and knee health video where we show calf stretches. Pick stuff up with your toes. Okay, maybe even get a golf ball to roll around when you're just sitting around reading or watching TV. Roll it around on the bottom of the foot anywhere it feels good, so that'll loosen up some adhesions. And then put a towel on the ground, and with your toes, curl the towel towards you. Just use those.
Remember that.
If you have a dog, pinch it with your toes. If you have kids, pinch them with their toes. They'll turn out like my kids. Yeah, but get the nerve supply and work it, and you're on the right path, man. This is cool.
Sweet.
Okay, let's see. Do you have any other questions? There's so many coming in. I'm trying to...
Any help for extreme gastritis?
Oh, yeah. Fix it.
Fix it. What are your opinions on...
Okay, gastritis.
Okay. That's horrible.
Itis means inflammation. Okay, so that means that there's something damaged. So if you're looking at the intestinal tract that's damaged, you really got to look at the nutrients you're taking in, look at the physical, chemical, and emotional stress load. Because your body is under a stress state. Like, let's say that I'm not even talking unhealthy lifestyle, where you're eating fast food or toxic food. Let's say that you're eating as best as you can and you still got gastritis. You're doing everything you can. Look at the sleep. Look at the bowel movements. Look at the normal gut flora. Make sure you get healthy bacteria-containing foods. And make sure you're sleeping good at night. Make sure your nervous system has been checked. And the gastritis is, another canary in the mine shaft. If you can't digest nutrients, man, you're going to be breaking down. You can't break the proteins to amino acids. You can't break the fats to fatty acids. This is like... if you've got a problem with digestion, you're got a problem with your whole life and your immune system. 80% of the immune system's in the gut.
And this is important to know because she says this is she's only 17.
Oh, wow.
So she's starting at a young
That's
age.
good.
I'm proud of you being here.
Oh,
yeah,
God,
that's great.
yeah.
By the way, if any of you guys know of anybody else who may be interested in this webinar, share this link with your friends.
Absolutely.
So that they can find out about it. But,
oh, my God, teenagers rock. Because there's always that, I don't want to say caustic, but it is caustic, okay, against authority figures.
Right.
And that's what we need. We need people to go to the cupboards and save their parents by looking at the packages. And if it's got chemicals in there, that goes into the trash. I mean, you can't be eating that stuff.
We had our friend Mallory, remember? She went into her parents' fridge and literally wiped out their whole thing and was like, sorry guys, but it's
all chemicals.
It's all chemicals. And they were like, what?
When we're looking at gastritis in kids, and this is the most unique time in history because, we're getting about 23 years of it in practice. And I'm getting so many children. We're talking like 8 and 10 years old with inflammatory bowel disease, IBS, or Crohn's disease, or ulcerative colitis, or gastritis. Little tiny kids. And
wow.
Well, you're talking by, I think it's 54 vaccines, 14 different shots. I mean, it's incredible. But those neurotoxins in there negatively affect the gut. And Wakefield did a study back in '98 that found out gastritis and then correlated it with autism. And then they said, oh no, you can't link vaccines and autism. So they, pulled his license.
Wow.
Since then, there have been over 28 studies that confirm that findings.
Wow.
That they're actually finding on biopsy and aspects of the measles virus, which can only be brought in there through the shot, because they actually biopsied healthy kids, and they're finding out that gastritis and bowel disorders is actually directly linked to the vaccines. Directly linked.
Wow.
So, don't put any neurotoxins in the system. Make sure that you're eating super healthy food. Make sure you're sleeping good, pooping good. I mean, all of that. Yeah. And the gut heals so fast. Yeah. It's one of the fastest healing organs you got.
Someone wants to know if we're going to do an iOS or an Android version, like an app for the Academy. I don't know. Maybe we will.
I don't even know what an iOS is. What's iOS?
This is iOS. So it's like an Apple, I think. Yeah, so maybe
I love you.
He pointed, and I still don't know what an iOS is.
I'm right there with you.
So maybe in the future we'll do that. But
good to know.
The whole goal of what we're doing is to give people answers to questions, and so that people can go into the Academy and look at different things and search the audio. That's going to be another feature that we're going to do in the future, is have it so that everything that we produce, you can search the audio, so that you can find anytime Dr. Bergman says autoimmune disease or cancer.
Oh, cool.
So it's going to be all searchable by the words. It's something we're working on. So
I like that.
So the preliminary aspects of the Academy, this is, we're going to be offering some major discounts, which we'll talk about in just a few minutes.
Super affordable.
Super affordable, but it's only going to be available for 24 hours after this webinar
discount
ends.
Yeah.
So if you're interested in the Academy or what we're doing, or changing your life, changing your health, make sure to take some sort of action and sign up within 24 hours after this ends. So the discounts will go away. So, but that's the whole thing of what we're doing, is giving people the tools they need.
Yeah.
We all need to take our health to new levels. It's one thing to get your health up to baseline and overcome a disease, but then how long can we live? Can we live? Is it possible to live till we're 150 with a healthy body and a healthy mind?
Oh yeah,
we're going to try.
Yeah, that's what we want to do.
That's what we're doing.
So that's what it's all about. So it's not just overcoming disease, but it's also becoming the fullest expression of yourself, so that you have the energy and the vitality to pursue your dreams and have the energy and the health for that. So that's what we're doing.
The way they used to write disease is not as one word. It's a lack of ease, a dis-ease, and that's it. So it's not an entity that's attacking yourself, because what does cancer or heart disease look like away from the body? It doesn't even exist.
Yeah.
This is a good question, and me being pregnant wonders too. My wife has a lot of spider and varicose veins popping out of nowhere since pregnancy, and they sting and are getting unsightly. Can anything be done about that?
Yeah, absolutely, and really, really quickly too. Look at our knee and foot health video. There's a calf stretch, but also get the blood healthy. Okay. Seeing the spider veins, you've got two sets of veins. You've got veins that are deep inside of the muscle. On the back of the calf, there's a muscle that actually has veins inside of it, and it's called a pump. So every time you move your foot up and down, that soleus pump starts to drain the foot so healthy blood can get in there.
Okay.
Oh, wow. So, and what happens in pregnancy, things can swell up, okay, because the hormones change.
Sure.
Well,
no, I know. That's part of it.
Hey, you're the only one out of the three of us that can build a child.
That's crazy.
Yeah, we're there for like a few seconds. So that swelling of those hormonal changes cause limited motion. Okay, and that limited motion means the deep veins are going to be working.
Okay.
So start doing gas pedaling in the feet. Yeah, because that's going to utilize that. Because if the deep veins aren't working right, then the superficial veins are going to be working right. And the reason it hurts is because you're working it beyond its design parameter.
Okay. No, great.
Clive writes in, and he wants to know, is there a safer alternative than regular vaccines?
Yeah.
Those are like natural vaccines that you would give.
Like a holistic vaccine?
I'm assuming he's not talking about like building the kid's immune system with like turmeric and stuff. I'm assuming he's thinking is there a homeopathic or is there some sort of thing?
Yeah, there is. There's homeopathic vaccines that are phenomenal, completely non-toxic, and a lot of doctors are going for that. I mean, it's obviously you've got to take care of the human being's immune system. The only reason we got here isn't because vaccines are safe and effective, because the Supreme Court says they're unavoidably unsafe. Okay, and now with 1 in 2 American children diagnosed with a chronic illness or disease, and then by 2025 we've got 1 in 2 American children with autism. So the kids are the sickest kids that the planet's ever seen. So what can you do to protect them? Obviously, getting their immune system healthy. So that's looking at a child's physical, chemical, and emotional stress load. Appreciate them. Give them healthy nutrients. If they're stuck in the rut of chicken McNuggets, or they're stuck in the rut of, I got to have those Cheetos, man, cook up some coconut oil and make your own French fries. Okay, try rolling, some portobello mushrooms, okay, in something, and I mean, you can make food fun for them. But homeopathic vaccines, okay, or homeopathy, phenomenal. We've got a couple of doctors. There's one in Ojai that's signing off fully vaccinated on the forms for Californians.
Really?
Yeah, and
Good for him.
The other way to get out of them, of vaccines, is to do the genetic test. And you're looking there's about 9 different genetic variants that shows that you can't tolerate the toxins inside of the shot as good as somebody who doesn't have that genetic variant.
Wow.
So one of them is called the MTHFR gene.
Right.
That's a good one. And so this way you can go in and say, look, the 69 doses of 16 different vaccines would have a negative effect on my body.
Absolutely.
Okay. I would really prefer to get chicken pox. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Yeah, people don't realize that when you get sick with something like chickenpox, it's actually a really great thing for the immune system. It helps. It's like going to the gym for the immune system. So if we constantly shield ourselves with antibiotic hand wipes and trying to make sure that we don't get any germs on our body, we're doing ourselves over the long term a disservice. Because we need to be exposed to these things so that it can strengthen our immune system, create antibodies, and help us to get stronger for the long term.
Is it different than when we were little? Our moms used to drive us over to the kid's house who had the chicken pox. We'd all play together, get exposed, and we all lived. But is that different now? Or are people just like, people run from it, right?
Completely panicked. I mean, there was a study in Africa about how certain childhood diseases can have a massive benefit. They did a study on the measles vaccine, in Africa, and they found out, incidence of measles went down. However, malaria death rates skyrocketed.
Really?
And it turned out that if you get measles, you're actually protected from malaria.
No way.
Yeah.
So there are certain aspects that are good.
That's
fascinating. And then if if the kid has sufficient levels of vitamin A, they're going to recover from measles. Fine.
Yeah.
My name is Lorraine, and I wanted to ask you, I'm 52 years old. I exercise frequently. However, I did develop arthritis in my hip. I visited 2 doctors, and they recommend a hip replacement, But for now, they want to give me cortisone injections. I don't really want to do that.
Oh.
I'm taking apple cider vinegar twice a day to reduce inflammation. Am I doing the right thing?
Absolutely. But also, look at the pelvic health video. Get a trochanter support. Make sure you get the nerves that supply the hip. And this is from L2, or right at the junction of the rib cage and low back.
Okay.
Get the nerves that supply that area healthy. Clean up the blood. It sounds like you're already on the way to getting the blood all clean and healthy. But stabilize that pelvis. Just that trochanter support will make a big difference. Also, do the foot and calf stretch that we recommend, because if your calf isn't fully flexible, where you can't lift the foot up, you're going to be walking a little bit with the hips. So the gait is going to be a contributing factor. Then also look at joints as being alive. Cortisone is going to destroy the joint. Okay, it'll make you comfortable. So if cortisone is the last step in common sense. It's if you're going to get the hip replaced, a cortisone shot will be great. It'll make you feel good. Then they just cut out the living hip and replace one that's good for probably 10 to 15 years. Fix all the surrounding structures, and then do a distractive force on the hip that's uncomfortable, the hand that shows degeneration. So we're talking between a 5 and a 10 pound force load to open up that joint and swing it just like a pendulum. 5 to 10 minutes a day. Vibration plate's going to be excellent.
Oh, yeah.
Fix all the structures around it, and the hip can regenerate.
Is that chiropractically speaking only, or is this something people can do at their house? Is this where you're going to need a practitioner?
You need to have somebody to assess the nerves that supply the hip, and then typically that's going to be done on a stress x-ray. Okay, which is going to be vital, but you can get a trochanter support like right now.
I've never heard of that.
Oh, it's so cool.
Trochanter support?
A trochanter support. Yeah, it's just a white belt that goes around the pelvis.
Okay. Oh.
And
I think you gave us one of those.
I did.
I didn't know what it was called.
Yeah,
we have one. We have one.
Yeah, it's good.
I didn't know the name.
You thought you were just a beginning chiropractic patient. And only a white belt? No, I wanted a black one. Yes.
That's funny.
That's great. Okay, cool. Thanks. Hopefully that helps Lorraine.
Okay, we got one here from... Oh, the name just went by. Do you have any videos about how to find a chiropractor in someone's area? I think you do, right?
Oh, yeah.
What to look for. There's a whole series of questions to ask.
Yeah, and it's not that corrective chiropractic is good and everybody else is bad, okay? This is to fix problems. And there's 7 questions. You need to find somebody that only says yes to 5 of them. And I think the first one is, do you take x-rays? Do you take post x-rays? So you got an objective analysis to show that you're actually fixing something.
Right.
Okay, and then can you reverse arthritis? Do you work on post-surgery cases? To denote a real high level of care.
Does yoga help? This Desert Knight is the person who asked this question. Does yoga help?
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Well, help what?
Yeah. Well, I would assume something to do with their nervous system.
With their nervous system.
Yeah, because you figure movement is going to be essential. Yeah. When you know that every time you move a joint, that gets signals up to the brain, and that helps how the frontal lobe works. It literally helps immune system and helps response to the environment.
Right.
So in yoga, for every one move, there's a counter move.
Right.
And then yoga involves breathing. Yoga is an excellent exercise.
Well, we should mention with our launch, we have a yoga course in there ready to go.
There is a
for people who want to do yoga
course
at home, it's there.
Okay, now there's some weird yogas out there.
There's some weird yogas.
I had this one. I forget what it was called, but it was like extreme something yoga, where one girl was holding her and the head was down here and legs were up there, and they were doing cartwheels.
Oh, I've seen that.
We've seen those.
Yeah.
Okay, well. Whoever was holding my patient dropped him, and the head hit the ground and messed up the neck. But I said, "How did you do this?" And she said, "Yoga." And I said, "Yoga? How did you?" Well, it's some kind of extreme dance yoga.
Oh, Lord.
That's so
I'd
funny.
love to see it. But, and if you get
on
hurt...
our Extreme Health Academy, it's not going to be that extreme.
No,
it's going to be very nice.
It was a cool injury.
It's a good story.
Yeah, I thought it was cool.
Could have said she got bit by a shark. These are some really good ones, real quick. Liz, this is so interesting. She's had chicken pox as an adult. Does that mean she was not vaccinated as a kid?
No. This is cool.
Hey, bring it on. I'm interested.
When you get chicken pox, okay, You can get you get the wild chickenpox. You're immune for many, many years, possibly your life.
Okay.
If you get the vaccine, you're going to have a decreased incidence of chickenpox, but a massive rise in shingles. They did that in the first studies.
No way.
And it was actually done, I think, in not Simi Valley, but it was local Southern California. And the guy that was running the study said, hey, look, this is really dangerous. Chickenpox, you're talking a couple of weeks of minor discomfort for, virtually lifetime immunity.
Yeah.
Now, the old people, they would get exposed, by kids who got the wild infection.
Okay.
Now the kids are getting vaccinated, and they're actually spreading a vaccine version of the wild chickenpox, which isn't wild chickenpox. So that's why they're seeing shingles at an extreme rate.
Yeah, the shingles thing, that's quite a ordeal.
Oh, yeah. And it's, if you build up the immune system, you're not going to get it, because it is all immune system related. So if we can go back a few years and just stop the chickenpox vaccine, then the population would get exposed and re-exposed and have a healthy immune system response.
Right.
Wild chickens versus backyard chickens.
That's right. So Jojo Bach says, what do you do for hot flashes?
Ooh.
That's frustrating.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Look at it as a brilliant immune system response. Brilliant. Okay, first off, if you're experiencing hot flashes, for every 1 degree increase in temperature, the speed of the immune system doubles. So if you got 104 fever, you're talking 64 times faster immune system.
Okay.
Viruses, funguses, and bacteria die at a higher temperature. So a fever is really good. But hot flashes, you're also talking about sweating. So if you're experiencing that, allow your body to do it. Look at the diet, look at the physical, chemical, emotional stress, but at nighttime, sleep on towels. Because if you're developing hot flashes in night sweats, you're sweating off toxins. And it's a pain in the butt to change the sheets every day, and you're not going to do it.
That's a nightmare.
Yeah, so just take the towels,
Does that make you more hot, though?
Yeah, but you want to detox
I
the system.
get that, so get it out.
Yeah, get it out of the system.
All right.
Allow your body to go through that process, because you don't see Aboriginal people going, gee, Bob, what do you do for hot flashes?
Right.
It's a modern phenomenon because we're not allowing our body to go through those natural processes. And we have more toxins than they did in the Aboriginal cultures. So we have to do it a little bit more.
No, it's true. We do things different to make up for our modern day lifestyle. I want to meet an Aboriginal named Bob. It's a goal in life. Can we ask one more?
Yeah, really quickly, I just want to share with people what the different options are inside the health tracker section of the website.
Great.
We're going to be obviously going to put your age, weight, height, body type. There's going to be body fat percentage, body mass index. We're going to be doing and tracking your waist size, your total cholesterol, your bottom and top number of your total cholesterol, what medications you're currently taking, your ketone levels, your blood sugar, your morning body temperature, your morning urine pH, your resting pulse, and your respiratory rate. And these are just some of the things that you can track. You can track all kinds of things. And so there's going to be a section, too, where we're going to be working with the company to allow us to send in our labs and do blood testing. And so that will help people track this stuff over time as well. So what's that famous quote? What doesn't get measured doesn't get managed.
Yep.
So you have to manage this stuff. And with this tracker, you can see it over time. And it's going to be a really powerful thing for people.
And for those joining in that didn't hear you earlier, on each of these sections, there's a video of Dr. Bergman explaining what's necessary, what's needed to do these tests, and how to kind of what they're doing, how to do them, what do you do with the information you get from them,
what the numbers mean, everything.
It's cool.
So this is really exciting. I mean, something like this hasn't really been done before, as far as I know. Getting someone like you and your expert advice on what all these numbers mean and how does it apply to my life. Do I need to be a slave to whatever this number is? If I was told I have high cholesterol or high blood pressure, do I need to always think that? And so the part of this society is to think that we have power over our emotions or our health, and taking complete sovereignty and being able to develop and create our own energy. It's a powerful thing, If everyone did this, think if everyone did this.
I know.
If everyone did this, the entire pharmaceutical industry would come crashing down because no one would be needing drugs. Yeah, imagine that.
All the CVS pharmacies would be turned into indoor hydroponic organic gardens.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
Yeah, yeah. You go into the doctor's office and they're going to say,
amazing.
"Hey, man, while you're waiting, here's a green juice."
Could you imagine that?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I can.
That's why
absolutely.
we're doing.
Yeah, this is it. I love that. What's not measured doesn't change. That's why at the start when I was doing the body weight exercises, I mean, you got time and work and prioritizing. Okay. When I was doing that, I thought, if I lost 40 pounds, I'd be absolutely physically perfect.
Right.
Okay, but then that requires a prioritization.
Right.
Okay, and that's why it's committed.
Right.
This year, I'm going to lose 40 pounds. And, but, it's tough because I feel really good.
Yeah.
And I work my ass off. Nobody sees more patients than I do.
You have all this energy.
Yeah, tons of energy.
Yeah, you feel good.
Sleep great. Everything's great.
Yeah. So, just I'm going to reduce my waistline. So,
Good for you.
Yeah. So that's just cool. I mean, we're all human. We all have our things. We all have things that we're working on. Otherwise, we'd be ascended masters or something, right?
Yeah.
Boy, I sure ain't that.
So we're trying, all of us. And the community inside the website, too, is going to be an awesome place because, I don't know, there are so many people that listen to our radio show, and they'll write us, a lot, and then we'll have another person, they'll write us a lot, and they might live in the same area or have the same kind of thing going on with themselves. And Kate and I will say, gosh, I wish they would be perfect friends if they knew each other. So this is kind of cool. It's kind of a way for me to be able to interact with other people in the community of our radio show and your people so that we can all come together and help support each other. Because, when we go back to our families and we go back to our friends and none of them understand what we're about, we're trying to do, it's hard, right?
Like
it's
a
challenging.
Lone Ranger.
Oh my gosh, I get
having that
from
support is key.
Patients are always saying that.
Yeah.
How do I tell my wife that I got my blood pressure drugs?
Oh.
I said, well, sit down, deep breathe for 10 minutes, and show her.
Yeah.
This is why.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's challenging because there's so much fear in our culture, and doctors and media are unfortunately driven by fear, and they're afraid, the patients are afraid. So these words, these trigger words labels that we give to disease really have a deep psychological effect on our spiritual being and our body.
Itself.
Big time.
Yeah, so when we can support each other in a community to get healthy and say, hey, I tried this, or why don't you try that, or I tried that one time and it didn't work. How about you try this? And that could be the one thing that helps turn someone's health around. Like, I didn't know about DMSO. I didn't know about heavy metal detox or DHA. So having this community of people that are super into this stuff and super nice and super fun, it's going to be awesome.
I really like your vision. It's hard to pick, guys.
I did okay.
I tried. I'm the one.
It's hard to pick, guys. It's hard to pick anybody.
So this is
good.
This is what we're doing, and this is we get a lot of high level people listening to our show, asking questions about urine therapy, distilled water, light therapy, PEMF, magnetism, all this kind of stuff. Ozone grounding. So we just need to come together and
here we are, the Extreme Health Academy.
Yeah.
Are we going to wrap up? I mean, would you like to tell people the discounts and the prizes, or do you want to do one more question?
Let's do a couple more questions, and then we'll talk about
that?
the discounts and who won the prizes.
Well, I mean, you just ran through so many different therapies, that are pseudoscience.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, and I heard that term pseudoscience. And then when you think, okay, really, well, what about is Tylenol? Yeah, the number one pain reliever recommended. Mechanism of action is unknown. Deadliest drug in America, and that's science? Are you kidding me? No, you look at actual facts, how the body is really working. Okay, is this the healthiest culture the planet's ever seen, or the sickest culture? Is it the most drugged? Where are we missing? Where are we missing that link? Why are we sick? Are we going to keep running around in fear looking for disease? We're doing the real stuff, baby. Yeah. That's going to get.
And why are diseases on the rise?
We don't have enough drugs.
Don't have enough drugs.
Didn't get the drugs and surgery.
Haven't discovered them yet.
Right? So before we do the question, I just want to explain a couple other things that are going to be a part of this academy. So every month, like you said, or like we mentioned earlier, if you're just getting on this webinar, we're going to allow all of our members to vote on the next course that's going to be delivered.
So cool.
We're going to have monthly masterminds with yours truly. So we'll be answering your questions kind of similar to this, I imagine. I'm not sure if this is exactly how it will be, but all of the members will be able to get on a call and we'll be able to talk about these types of issues. Masterminds, there's going to be a section for quick tips. where we're going to be doing short little videos and audios on how to ground, how to do a detox bath, how to ground your bed, how to do all these things that we're talking about, how to use red light or how to use PEMF or vibration, how to do all these things, coffee enemas. So we'll be doing that under the quick tips area. Let's see, what else we're going to have? Obviously the community, the monthly course, the health tracker, the ability to vote on your courses. And it's just going to be a phenomenal place for people to really go to the next level with their health. It's not just for sick people. It's not just for people who are totally sick. It's for everybody to really get on the cutting edge of these therapies that you're not going to hear from CNN. You're not going to hear from your doctor. You're not going to hear from magazines that are standard magazines. This is high level stuff that we're going to be doing.
And if you're not hearing it from the doctor, change your doctor. Fire him. The doctors work for you.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
They don't like that though.
But
Oh, one other thing too, the roadmap section too is a really great place for you to start and to understand the mindset of what we all need to do to be healthy, because what is it ultimately that causes someone to take care of their health? Like, if someone has the discipline, is it merely discipline that causes someone to go through the actions every day of using their sauna or using their rebounder or grounding? Or is it because they love it? Or is it because they have such a high level of self-respect and self-love that they want to pour to themselves first so that they can do that for other people? So what are these things that cause certain people to take action and to say, I'm not the kind of person who eats pizza and cake all day, and that ties into your identity. And so we're going to be sharing a lot of this stuff in the roadmap section, where we give people all kinds of really pertinent information on how to do all these things and how to have the right mindset and connection with others and personal development and self-discipline to love yourself, to actually start taking care of yourself. So that's huge for people.
Very cool.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
We're excited.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Another question?
We'll do a couple questions and then we'll
wrap it up.
Talk about the winners and the discount. How about that?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
I think Colleen's question is really interesting a while back. But Dr. B, how can you get life-sustaining nutrients to a person on a feeding tube? They've had cancer in their face and they can't eat normally. And we also have a friend who had a brain injury and he's still being fed through the feeding tube. I mean, this is hard. Yeah,
you got to get the liquid nutrients. And plus, too, liquid vitamins are going to be vital because his body's in such a stress state that he can't metabolize nutrients. He's not going to have a lot of stomach acid. Okay. So blending it down. Now, omega-3s are going to be one of the best, healthiest fats except omega-3s can increase bleeding. So you've got to look at what condition he has. So if you... dark green leafy vegetables are going to be good for him for sure, but look at the different nutrients that he was deficient in that caused the expression of the cancer. Okay, and you want to stay the heck away from animal products such as cheeses or meats or things like that. If he's had bowel disorders, the root vegetables are going to be really good, like carrots. You can put in apples, so they've got malic acid, which is going to help the kidneys. Look at each food to support which organ that he has a challenge with. And when you're talking, adrenal gland function, you need healthy fats. So avocados, omega-3s, plant-based, chlorella, spirulina, those would be fantastic because he probably has had chemotherapy or multiple drugs. And also, too, if he's on pain relievers for this, morphine can suppress the lung function. So you need to get certain nutrients that are soluble fibers to help clean the arteries to get healthy lung function. But look at what organ system was damaged and how to get the nutrients in there. The only caveat is to make sure that there's not going to be a bleeding risk with the omega-3s. Okay.
Yeah, I know.
Which is really, really low.
Okay.
There's a really great product called Intramax, and that's a liquid mineral and vitamin supplement.
That is a good one.
Yeah, it has over 420 different nutrients that are carbon bonded in fulvic acid, so your body recognizes it as food. So it's got all 92 minerals. It's got it's got amino acids. It's got probiotics, mushrooms.
Oh, fantastic!
All in liquid form. And so you're getting 400 nutrients in one ounce shot. So that's something to consider.
And it's not cheap. We have it at home, and
it's called Intramax. If you guys are
It's a lot cheaper than surgery.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Laying in a hospital bed. So, somebody wants to know if you're going to do another Florida cruise.
Yeah. Oh,
are you?
Yeah. Well.
Nice.
Okay. Get
Maybe all
this.
these new members
We
will,
got it lined up
want to
for
make it to Florida.
it's going to be in February of 2019.
Next year. Okay.
We're getting a sailboat.
What?
Okay, yeah, I know. This is going to be totally cool. We're getting a whole sailboat. Okay, there's only 74 cabins on it, but it's a small one, a small 300-foot boat. Okay, so, but imagine...
Are you captaining?
No.
Oh.
They won't,
They won't let you?
I'm only good.
They won't let you?
No, I'm only good to like 60 feet.
Okay, okay.
So this one, we're going to go to small islands, and the back of the ship folds down, and they put like pontoons and stuff, so you just swim right off of the boat, swim up the little islands, and it's going to be in the Caribbean.
Ooh.
I don't have any details, but we met Friday night with the travel agent.
How fun!
And we might. It depends on how it works out. The speakers that are going to be there are going to be giving continuing education credits too.
Cool.
Oh wow!
And so this way, it's not just 2 days that we're speaking when we're at sea. We're going to have like an hour during dinner.
Nice.
It's going to be because there's not the negative is there's no gambling and not a lot of shopping on the boat. Okay, because it's a smaller
So you might
boat.
be interested in
that's
some
okay.
different things.
It's fine.
So
I never
John-
gambled on the big boats anyway.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
John needs to keep his calendar open for February of 2019.
it's going to be fun.
A lot of people are asking if we're recording this and it's going to be replayed.
Okay, so
Everybody's
the
asking.
replay of this is going to be available inside the Academy. So if someone signs up, it'll probably be in the next couple of days is when we'll be able to actually get this video inside the Academy. But all of these things that we do, all of the free webinars and the free challenges,
All the live stuff.
all the live stuff, that's going to be available inside the Academy, archived after we finish. So, but then also inside the Academy, we'll be doing a monthly members with just the members and us answering questions and helping people that way.
Cool.
Cool.
So, let's see. What else do you want us to talk about?
Our winners?
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk about the winners.
Yep, let's do our winners.
Okay. All right. So
Dun, dun, dun.
we need
The
a
moment
little.
of truth. I know we need like a drum roll.
We need a drum roll. Okay.
Chogu, envelope.
He's looking for a drum.
Okay. So we have a software that randomly picks 3 winners. Okay, so the winner, oh my gosh, the winner of the first place winner
Of the Vitamix.
of the Vitamix blender is going to go to Crystal Carvalho.
No kidding.
Yeah,
Okay.
Crystal Carvalho.
I know that name.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Hey, I watched her on some of the challenge
She posted a lot of stuff, so she could.
Wow.
So the way this works is the
Crystal.
more you post on Instagram and Facebook, and the more you share, the more points you earn. And it's like buying a lottery ticket. You know, if you buy 20 million lottery tickets, you have a higher chance of winning. So it's that kind of
And
thing.
Crystal, your dad could use it, but it's yours. You got to say, she is so cool.
Sweet.
Oh my God.
That's awesome, right?
Congrats,
Yeah.
Crystal.
Yeah.
So just because people doesn't mean that they had to be as involved as Crystal, but you have a bigger chance of winning.
Exactly.
So for people to know in the future.
So there's things that you
Okay.
can do in the challenge where you can take actions every single day. So there's like 4 or 5
Cool.
things that you can do on the challenges where they're one-time things. So like sign up to our newsletter, that kind of a thing. Those are things you can only do once. But then if you come back every day, there's 3 or 4 different things you can do on a daily basis to share it and to hashtag it and to tag us in your posts. And that way you gain more points. You
How
gain more
fun.
points, you gain a chance of winning.
Crystal's stoked.
Yeah, awesome,
We'll be
Crystal.
blending things soon.
Okay.
All right, number 2.
Number 2 of the winner of the Berkey water filter.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good
The
one.
Berkey water filter. We have that. Don
Palomba.
Palomba.
Don.
Don Palomba.
D-A-W-N, so I'm a woman, I assume?
Yes.
Don Palomba.
Don Palomba. So email us if you are Crystal or Don if you're watching
How
this.
exciting, Don.
Email us or we will reach out to you as well.
I don't know Don, but congratulations.
You don't have to
Oh my
be
God,
live
you're
to
gonna love
win
it.
it.
You're gonna love it.
This is great. And the
Okay.
Organifi green powder.
Goes to, there's one name, Natasha.
Oh, she's like Prince.
Yeah, Prince.
That's what I
Natasha.
need.
Oprah. So she gets
From Phoenix, Arizona.
Phoenix, Arizona. That's right. Okay, Natasha.
So we can reach out to you if you're not watching. But this is exciting, guys.
All right, so that was the Vitamix blender, the
Berkey water
filter,
and the greens.
and the green juice
The
powder.
month of green juice.
Cool.
Yeah.
Those
Awesome.
will be shipping out your way this week.
So we do a giveaway every month
Every
or
month.
every.
Every month. Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
And next month is the Bellicon Rebounder, which is huge.
Yeah, Bellicon Rebounder is next month.
Yep.
And so we'll be putting together that challenge here pretty soon. That challenge, if you guys want to join that and share it with your friends, it's going to be available probably tomorrow or the next day, at least between now and February 1st. It'll be at extremehealthchallenge.com.
How exciting.
And we have had many people saying that when they refresh the page, they're unable to see the newest content. So that's something we're still working on with our developers and our people behind in the software. So
Bear with us.
But it's done so good. I mean, from in the 21 days, you've been really, and this guy,
I do what I can.
They're working like crazy.
I try hard.
Thank you.
So there you go. Crystal, Dawn, and Natasha, winners of the very first.
I think it's rigged. 3 women.
I know, right? Where's the men? Where are the men?
Oh, sorry, guys. Next time.
Women lead the health.
Apparently.
That's true.
They do. That is
Revolution.
true.
Okay, so now as far as the
Sign-up process.
As far as the sign-up process on the Academy, it is now open for anybody to join, and there's going to be a discount. So the prices will be going up. We're not sure when or how much, but they will be going up over time. And the price starting out is going to be $19.95 a month, and I forget what the yearly fee is on that. I think it's $199 a year or something like that. But the prices will be going up in 24 hours. So if you join now, you'll be able to get access for a lifetime for whatever price you sign up at. So if you join now, the price is set for $9.95 a month, which is like,
really
if you guys want,
affordable.
I mean, how many years of schooling and experience do you have?
Lot.
A lot. How many hours of research have you done?
A lot.
Yeah, incalculable.
How much does it cost for someone to come see you?
Yeah.
And how long are you booked out for?
Yeah, we're booked up in November 2018.
November 2018.
Yeah, well, as of Friday,
Yeah.
maybe it's
We had people write us emails saying we can't get into Dr. Bergman until November.
I know. It sucks.
So,
That's what. This year I got to train more times.
Yeah.
I just have to.
So
this is a way to access
years and years of experience, as well as schooling with Dr. Bergman. We've done over 560 shows on our Extreme Health Radio. I've been into this lifestyle heavily since 2003, just learning and implementing so many different things that I'll be sharing inside the Academy as well. So we have so much knowledge and experience, and Kate's been on the same journey with her health. So we're all going to be sharing things. And so if you were to go and just get all of this from someone, it would cost you hundreds of dollars just to get a single appointment, like with a naturopathic doctor. So this is a chance for us to really like take our health into our own hands, and not give it to other people and disempower yourself this way. So the price is $9.95 a month. You can't, or $9.99 a month. You can't beat that. And so if you sign up now for the next 24 hours, it will be that. In 24 hours from now, it's going to go up to $19.95 a month. And then at that point, it's going to go up after that. But we'll see how that goes. And if it goes up, we'll let you know. But if you sign up, whatever you sign up at, you'll be that for life. Mm-hmm. That's pretty cool.
That's really cool.
And for a year up front now, it's $99, which is a killer deal.
Yeah, so if people sign up for the year option, every year they'll pay $99. Right. So that's the way it's going to work.
And that's like all the websites, webinars,
everything. So we're going to be doing this every single month with the challenges that are going to be archived. A lot of people are asking about, like, hey, where's the challenge? So you can start this challenge that we just did in July if you just sign up in July.
Oh, cool.
So it's really cool.
Oh, I like that.
So there's going to be all kinds of mastermind sessions, Q&A calls, searchable, community forum, roadmap, quick wins. There's all kinds of stuff that we're going to be doing inside and just building, turning it into a better academy, making it more feature rich. Maybe we'll do a mobile app for the academy at some point.
That would be cool.
So there's lots of things that we can do. But for our founding members, which is all of you guys watching live, we need your help. Let us know if there's any kinks in the academy, if it doesn't work correctly, so we can work on that and fix that. And in lieu of that, we want to give you guys a really great price. So that's how it works.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's good. That's cool.
Right?
So how do they sign up in case they're confused with all this technology?
Okay, so if you guys are watching in different places
I am.
right now, you guys might be on Twitter, you might be on Periscope, on Facebook, YouTube, all these different places. Go to extremehealthacademy.com and then you can scroll down, you can read what we're doing and what we have to offer, and then you can sign up right there, and we'll take care of you. So extremehealthacademy.com is where
Are there easy ways? There's 2 ways to pay, through PayPal and through a company called Stripe, I believe.
Yep, so everything is secure. You don't even need to be a PayPal member, I don't think. But you can sign up via PayPal or just using your regular credit card, and you'll be off and running.
Okay.
So if you guys want to get access to all of this, make sure you do it before 24 hours. I would recommend doing it now so that you don't forget or it slips away from you. Go there now, sign up, and introduce yourself in the forum so that we can all meet you and say hi to you and help you on your health journey.
Yeah, there's a thing that a couple of teachers that I've had, it's called lag time. Where the space or the time that it takes, you're given information and then implementation.
Right.
And it was kind of fun because they said, Bergman, you got 0 lag time. Yeah, I mean, so it's like, because I mean, you get the idea. Let's get it done. I mean, but lag time in like when are you going to start sleeping? Good tonight.
Yeah.
When are you going to start doing plant-based?
Right now.
Lunch today.
Right now.
Yeah,
right now.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. No lag
Jump
time.
in.
You don't burn up the toxic food in the fridge.
Yeah.
Give that to the homeless or something. Or
burn it.
Yeah, start now.
Right. No, it's so great.
No, it's true.
I was watching something similar recently, a podcast, and they were giving the example of being overweight. And a lot of times when people, they'll say, oh, I'm overweight, I'll wait till January 1st to make a New Year's resolution, right? But he was saying, if you're overweight in August, fix it in August. There's no reason to wait, which is exactly what you were just saying. So, sign up, go to extremehealthacademy.com, join us in there, let us know your experience, if there's any kinks, anything that you want or features that you would like to see us do. Sign up there, extremehealthacademy.com, and then that will be a great place for us to work with you. And
it's exciting to work together
with
these guys, but also with you guys, and just to create courses and content you're really looking for. So feedback is important to us.
Yes. Thank you guys for joining us. We're going to sign off now, but let us know if we can ever help you guys. And go over to extremehealthacademy.com and sign up and start changing your life today.
Yeah.
And as you sign off, I'm Dr. John Bergman.
Oh.
I love you and God bless.
I love you and God bless.
What's weird? It's true.
I love it.
It's really
It is true. And
It's
every
true.
time it gives me warm and fuzzies because I thought you are a loving man who cares about people. And
when you start working with people, you end up liking them a
You
lot.
do.
And
Yeah.
then
God
it's like
bless
you really
you
care.
guys. Yeah.
I love you guys. God bless
Love
you.
you. Bye.
Bye. All right, there you go. Episode 577 in the books with Dr. John Bergman. He's a good friend of ours. We love supporting the work that he does. Such a cool guy. Such a kind gentleman. And man, when you hang out with him, it's like he wants to help everybody, but he can't. He's only one guy. But man, he's got a heart of gold, and he's such a cool guy, and I'm super happy to be partnered with him in the Extreme Health Academy. And what a true gift it is to be around him and to be able to glean some of his knowledge and to help everyone inside the Extreme Health Academy improve their health. So I hope you guys enjoyed that webinar that we did with him. That was episode 577. Is that right? Did I say that right? Let me take a look. Let me just make sure. Yeah, episode 577. So if you want to grab the show notes or the coupon code for the Extreme Health Academy, you can do that at extremehealthradio.com/577. And one of the things that I was talking about at the beginning of the show is the format of the show. And we are doing shows now every Monday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific time and 10:45 a.m. Pacific time, where you guys can join the shows live if you are following the Extreme Health Academy Facebook page and the Extreme Health Radio YouTube page. And so, yeah, if you guys want to join and watch, all of our shows now are going to be live on video. It's crazy, right? I mean, I was just like, it just blows my mind. The other day we were doing a show with Clinton Pattison, and he's a guy we talked to. If you haven't checked out that show on our YouTube channel yet, I highly recommend it. We talked about his program called the Pattison program, and it's all about healing rheumatoid arthritis naturally. And man, he's put together quite a program. But it was really interesting because he's from a little town in Sydney, Australia called DY. And we were talking before the show that, half my family is from Australia. My mom is Australian. But I grew up here in the United States. And so I've been going to Australia for, my whole life. And so I feel like it's my second home. And I love going there. But we're talking about all the little towns and the northern beaches and all of that stuff. And it just blows my mind that in 2018, we are able to have communication and do a live show with a guy in Australia, and we're in California, and you might be listening or watching live in Russia or in China or in New Zealand. Or it's just unbelievable to me what we have access to in today's culture, in today's world. And, a lot of people are going to be very, very negative about, where things are going, and the state of our government and the fact that they're trying to, vaccinate. Now they're going after adults for vaccinations because there's a huge, huge market, a multi-billion-dollar market if they can go after adults for vaccinations. And, a lot of people get very upset about that, or a lot of people are reading, Alex Jones's stuff and all the stuff about him being banned, and reading the stuff on Natural News. And there's so many things in today's culture to be negative about and to be down about. It's important to be realistic, and to not really put your head in the sand, but it's also incredibly important to really kind of filter what you let into your psychology, your consciousness. Man, that is so important because, for me, it starts with food, or it started with food, but now it's much more than that. But understanding that you are the protector of obviously what comes into your body, right, through food. But then you start realizing, man, it's much more than that. It's the light that we're exposed to. It's the people. It's the information. It's the media. It's the articles that we read. It's the people we're around. It is the people we choose to be around. It's the books we read, the magazines we read, the way we spend our time, the articles we read online, the radio stations we listen to. It's so deep, my friends, all of this stuff. And so, yes, there are a lot of things to be concerned about, but at the same time, we are living in the best time ever in the history of the world. Imagine. I mean, right now we're living off the back-breaking sweat and toil of generations of people that built the foundations of our current societies. The roads, the houses, the infrastructure, the sewage systems, the electrical systems, all this stuff, we're living on the backs of their hard work. And the internet is opening doors like you wouldn't believe. And there's that saying, the age-old saying that is so true. It's in the age of information, ignorance is a choice. Right? Everything is a Google search away. So I am just so excited about doing live shows now, and I would love to have you join us. That would be super fun. Bringing the community together, and share it with your friends live. That would be cool. If you have any people that are into all the wacky kind of weird people, like we just did a show with this guy named Brother Sage. I don't know where the brother comes in. I think his first name is Sage, but did a whole show about urine therapy, and that was pretty interesting. But if you have any crazy, wacky friends that are into natural health, man, you can share the live show with them, and that would be cool for them to join as well. So, and it's also a chance for me to get to know you guys as well, and to get your questions answered, because there's, I have 1,000 million questions about health, and I'm always researching and always experimenting on myself and trying to learn as much as I possibly can. And I could literally talk to every one of our guests for 4 or 5 hours, easy. But I try to ask the questions that I'm interested in, but then also, that you're interested in. So if you have a question about your health, then join us. I was just thinking about this. How should I post our upcoming shows? Like, how would you know if we're going to do a show about arthritis, like we just did one the other day? Maybe I could post it on the our upcoming schedule on the homepage. Or you know what I'll do? Here's what we'll do is we'll do Instagram stories. That's probably the best way. That's what we'll do. So if you guys follow us on Instagram, follow us on the stories, and our shows are every Monday. So I think what we'll do, I love how I just figured this out on the air while I'm recording. But yeah, maybe we'll just do an Instagram story like the day before. That's what we'll do on Sundays. And we'll do a story or two about the upcoming guests the next day. That way you can be updated. I'll try to put it on our homepage too. I'm not sure how many people would check that versus Instagram stories. But anyway, we got a whole lot of cool things, coming up. I'm toying with the idea, like I mentioned at the beginning of the show, doing more shows. I really have a good time doing the live shows on YouTube and Facebook, and I'd love to do more shows live. So we'll kick around some ideas, but the majority of my time is spent in doing research and filming content and filming audio and video content for the Extreme Health Academy. So I have a list a mile long of things that I want to do, that I will do for the Extreme Health Academy. Different videos, different quick tips videos, different ways that I'm, sort of biohacking my environment, and tips and ideas that will help you guys. So that's what we're doing. That's the way we're spending most of our time. So, so I just want to let you guys know about that. What was I going to say? Something about the Academy. I lost my train of thought there. Maybe I need some more ginkgo biloba. What is it? What was I going to say? Something about the Academy. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that show with Dr. Bergman. That was episode 577, and we'll put the show notes and the links and stuff. If you guys want to join the Academy, that would be amazing. We'd love to have you if you are serious about your health and you want to improve your health and have more energy and increase your hormones and take your health to new levels. That would be amazing. And that's what we're teaching everybody about inside the Academy. So if you guys want to join, you can do so at extremehealthacademy.com. And enter the code EHR14. I wanted to give you guys that because that is a code that will give you 2 weeks for free. That way you can check it out, introduce yourself to the community, and peruse the different courses we have inside the Academy. And that way you get to really check out what we have going on. And but for those that aren't interested in any of that, I wanted to thank you guys for supporting us in our store. That is really, really how we keep everything for free. We have 500 and this is episode 579. And we don't charge for any of this stuff. And you wouldn't believe the amount of research that goes in to doing a show, to scheduling the guests, going back and forth, to producing the show, to editing the audio, to uploading that to a third-party system, to making YouTube videos out of it. Man, it's been my life's work for the last 5-6 years, and it's been more than a full-time job. And the way we keep everything for free is to offer products that we vet and we scrutinize and use and utilize in our own life. And so our store is the sort of amalgamation of all of our products that we use and stand by. And so the next time you're in the market for blue blocking sunglasses or an air purifier or some health tools like the IMRS mat or a biomat or a blender or an ozone machine or the Magnetico mattress pad or some CBD oil or the rapid release, stuff like that. We sell really high level tools. We actually don't sell them on our website. We provide you the link to click, and then when you go over to their website and make a purchase, then we receive a commission, and that's how we keep the shows for free. So we never did want to charge. That's never going to be our intention, because this stuff should be free. It really should be free. So the way we, pay the bills and to pay all of our expenses and people helping us and server costs and equipment costs and software costs and all that good stuff is through the store. And so we thank you guys for that, and eternally grateful for you helping us put this work out into the world. because at the end of the day, the legacy I want to live is putting content out into the world that is going to help empower people. It's going to help people really start taking their health to the next level and have the energy to go after their dreams. So, that's really what my role here is on the planet, is to help educate people and to realize, man, you guys have the power. We all have the power. But the media and the government and all the systems and the powers that be, they want us to think that we have to go to someone else to get healed, or we have to take some product to get healed. The products on our store don't heal you. They just don't. They're amazing, and they help make you be healthier, but they don't heal you. Only your own body can heal. And man, it's such a disempowering state to think that you're not enough, and that's what the media wants you to think. That's what doctors want you to think. That's what our culture wants you to think, is that you're not enough. And we're saying, no, you are. You are enough. And you can heal. The power to heal is within you. It already exists. You just have to remove the obstructions in your life that are preventing you from healing. Ultimately, that's what it comes down to. Now, that's a whole pursuit in and of itself, and that's why we have the 21-day challenge that we just did for this course. Getting the healing process started is reconnecting with that healing power within yourself. So that's what we're all about here at Extreme Health Radio, helping you and reaching out to people who are doing this high-level research and bringing that information to the masses. People listening to our show all over the world. You wouldn't believe the amount of emails we get from people from other countries all over the world listening to the show and, telling us how the show has impacted their life. It's just, man, it blows me away. It really blows me away. Someone was saying the other day that they were listening to one of our recent episodes while they're driving, and I wrote on Instagram, I'll just never get used to it. It's so bizarre. People just listen all over the world, and it's just unbelievable to me. I expected it fully, for sure, because I wouldn't have started this had I not expected people would listen, but it is just a bizarre world that we live in, right? So, the work that we're doing is helping to save lives, and we get emails all the time about it, and man, it's humbling. It's humbling. So I just feel grateful to be doing this as a service to you guys. And also, I wanted to let you guys know that if you wanted to support the show on Patreon, a lot of people are doing that, which is really great because Patreon is a great place. If you go to the show page for this episode, extremehealthradio.com/579, there'll be an orange button on that page. And you can click that and become a Patreon. And what that does is just really cool third-party service that basically you can set up an account in like 60 seconds, basically. And you can donate on a per-show basis. So the amount of shows that we do vary from month to month, but usually we do, no more than 12 shows or so right now. But you can put a cap on it, like I don't want to give more than $5 a month. And you can just put, I want to give $1 per episode and no more than $5 a month. And then at the beginning of the month, every single month, $5 will come out of your account, and that helps keep us free. And it's just man, it's just humbling. I feel so grateful to be doing this kind of work and to be getting the emails from you guys, and it's just so cool, man. It's just to hear the transformation of people that listen to certain shows that we do and gain and glean an insight into their own biology and taking action on that. It's humbling. It is it's awesome to hear your guys' stories, man. It really is. And so, that's why we don't want to charge. There's a lot of people that need this information. We don't want to charge anything for this. This information should be free, And if you want to take your level or health to next level and really get more practical information and get the research and the science and the really, really practical, how do I coalesce all this information into a practical lifestyle, and how do I do this or that? That's where the Academy comes in. And if you need the support from other members, rooting you on, encouraging you, that's what the Academy is for. And so, that is a paid service. It's a monthly service. But I do want to say, too, that if you join, whatever price you join at some point, we're going to be raising the prices of the Extreme Health Academy. And so whatever the price is that you join at, it will always be that for you, because we don't want to, raise the prices on people. That's just not cool. So if you join and it's, right now it's $19 per month, and if we raise it up to $29 a month, as long as you remain a member at $19, it'll always be $19 for you. And also, we want to give you guys the power to pause or cancel the memberships yourself. So, a lot of these websites that you are membership kind of style websites, it's like you send an email into support, and do they cancel your membership when you want them to? And then they don't respond, and then it's like this whole big thing. And so, going along with what our show is all about, which is empowering people and letting you guys know that you have the power, we have the power. We wanted to do the same with the Academy. You have the power to pause your membership. You can pause it for as long as you want. If you pause it, you won't be able to access any of the information, but your price will never go up. So if the price goes up 4 times during the time that you pause it, and you unpause it, you'll be back at the normal price that you were at when you signed up at. So, or you can cancel all by yourself too. So you don't have to, wait for days and days to get a response from our support team. You can just go ahead and cancel all by yourself. And this is so in line with our message to everyone, is that we have the power to do everything in our life. We need to stop outsourcing our health and our life and our success to other people, or to circumstances that are maybe in our minds we think are holding us down. We need to take complete 100% ownership and 100% responsibility for everything that we've created in our life. Our life, our current existence right now, is the summation of everything that you've created and you've built and you've thought about and you've manifested. So if your life isn't what you want it to be, or if your health isn't what you want it to be, then we need to start changing that, and to start building disciplines, and to start building habits that are easy to accomplish and that set you up for success. Because I think in our subconscious mind, I think what happens is a lot of times we create habits, or we create not a to-do list, but a goal list of things that we know we can't accomplish, but we really want to. But we haven't really sat down and thought, let me break this down even further. Like what Jim Rohn says, what gets measured gets managed. So you want to make sure that you measure everything you do. So you want to break that down a little bit more, so that you can take those goals and chunk them down into bite-sized, achievable goals, so that you can actually have some success. So when you start doing that, you start realizing, wow, man, I've done so many good things for my health in my life this week or this month. I can actually continue on with this. So that's why it's so important to make your goals super, super easy. Your health goals, your financial goals, your success goals, your personal goals, your relationship goals. All your goals should be super, super easy, and take them little by little every single day, and you'll start building momentum. And that's the beauty of that. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this seminar we did with Dr. John Bergman. That was a lot of fun. Episode 579. I'll put the links to everything we talked about at extremehealthradio.com/579. But do yourself a favor. Go on over to Extreme Health Academy and check out what we have going on. On that page, you'll see everything we're doing every month. And I'm telling you, you guys are going to love it. So go to extremehealthacademy.com, type in the code EHR14, but only if you want to take your health to the next level. Only. So it's really important to, I want to make sure that, we're not getting anyone in that is just sort of looky-loos. We want to make sure we got serious people that are really into this kind of lifestyle. So if you guys want to check that out, we would love to have you at extremehealthacademy.com. And that's about it. I just wanted to give you a quick update on some of our more recent shows we've done. Episode 576, if you haven't checked it out, was with Nicholas Pineau about the dangers of 5G networks. Man, you guys want to listen to this show. He was a wealth of information. Super fascinating, super inspirational, and super enlightening, I should say. That would probably be the best word about what this 5G is going to be doing to our health. And then episode 575, we have a show I did all about 15 different ways of natural immune boosters and viral killers. So if you want 15 different ways to boost your immune system, that was episode 575. Episode 574, just recently with Dr. Jack Cruz, was really, really fun. We had him on, and we talked about 5G again, and we talked about light and why we shouldn't be worried about food. We should be worrying about our light environment. That was an eye-opening episode, man. Dr. Cruz is one of the most prolific, profound, and influential guests we've ever had on. So make sure to check that out, that show. Then we had Dr. Mark Circus all the way from Brazil. We talked about molecular hydrogen. And you guys are going to want to start drinking and consuming this stuff after you listen to episode 573. Then in 572, I talked about digestion, 9 different ways to help heal your gut, which is really cool. And then episode 571, recently, we talked to Genevieve Howland from Mama Natural about how modern medicine has hijacked pregnancy and the birth process and how we can take it back. And so that was a really fun show. So hopefully you guys check out our more recent podcasts, and you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for your support on Amazon. Going through our Amazon link on our homepage before you make purchases there. Thank you for perusing our store and supporting us there. Thank you guys for those of you that are donating on a monthly basis on PayPal and on Patreon. We really appreciate that. That is amazing. And thank you guys that are members of the Extreme Health Academy. You guys are amazing. So thank you guys for that. All right, guys, we love you so much. You're amazing. The power to heal is within you. Always remember that, and we will catch you guys on the next episode.
No material on this blog is intended to suggest that you should not seek professional medical care. Always work with qualified medical professionals, even if you educate yourself in the field of live food, nutrition, and alternative